What's up, trainers? How's it going? Welcome back to Trainer TV. Now, pre-releases are around the corner, so I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the XY Evolutions pre-release. Now, guys, I'm going to do this kind of in a walkthrough format. We're going to do what a pre-release is, where you can find one in your area, and then what you need to bring, and I'll just kind of tell the story of a person who is like at home looking for one and all their journey all the way through the event. All right, guys, now what is a pre-release? The Pokemon card game has an event called a pre-release tournament that usually happens about 2 weeks before a new set is released. In this case, XY Evolutions, pre-releases start tomorrow on the 22nd, run this weekend and next weekend. Now, a pre-release is an event where you can come, open packs, see the cards from the new set, build decks, play against other people. It's like a nice, I guess, medium between a pack opening and a tournament. I will preface by saying, do not get intimidated when I say the word tournament. This is the most relaxed, I guess, official playing format. So even if you do not know how to play the game and you want to go. Do not be intimidated whatsoever. So now that you have a basic overview of what a pre-release is, let's go in and learn where to find one. Now, as far as finding the event itself, if you guys look at the top, you guys can click the Attend Events tab at the front. You can see that here there is already a button for the Evolutions pre-release, or you can just click Find an Event to put in your location, and they will pull up the closest tournament for you guys. So if we click in here, you'll see there's some information on what a pre-release is, what you get, what does it cost. We will go over these things as well. So guys, let's go to Attend Events, go to Event Locator, and then you can put in your information here, your country, your postal code, your city, and just hit search. And it'll bring up all of the tournaments or events near you. You guys can see that they are, you can see the Evolutions pre-release there. There's also Pokemon leagues, video game tournaments if you're into that. Now you can click any of those locations, guys, and it'll bring up more details about that specific event. For instance, who the organizer is, usually their phone number or email to get into contact. Especially for you Pokemoms, Pokedads out there. You'll see the cost of your tournament, which is usually around $30 per person. And then you might just see any specific details of, hey, this tournament needs to be pre-registered for, which no pre-release ever really needs to be pre-registered for. Now, like I said, guys, how much does it cost? It is $30, but you do get a lot of great product. Let's take a look at that. Over the last few sets, pre-releases have changed. Instead of giving you just packs to make a 40 card deck, which I'll tell you about in a second, they now give you a box that has a 22 card kind of pre-constructed skeleton of what a deck could be, and they also give you 4 packs of XY Evolutions that you can add to those 22 cards to make in total a 40 card deck that you will play with in the tournament. Okay, now I know you guys are probably like, all right, so I'm gonna go to this event, pay $30. I only get 4 packs of XY Evolutions and then this 22 card thing. Well, this 22 card, I guess, mini deck does come with some Evolutions cards. You do get the 4 packs, but you, as prizes per player, you also get 3 more packs. Now, these 3 packs are XY Evolutions, and it's up to the tournament organizer how they give them out. For instance, in my area, I have one organizer who gives a pack out at the end of every round, win or lose. I have another organizer that gives you all 3 packs at the very end of all 3 rounds of the tournament, guys. I will explain the tournament rules and everything later on. Now, I've had questions that, hey, Aaron, can you just go in and buy the cards and leave? I will answer all of those type of questions at the end of this video in a Pokemon pre-release FAQ. So we have the 22 card mini deck. We have 7 packs in total of XY Evolutions, which is awesome already. Plus you get, to play in a tournament. You also get per set, this is from last pre-release, a promo card. Now, as you guys can see, this promo card comes with the set name there, And it's just a cool holo that you couldn't otherwise get. It's special. I will put now on screen the 4 promo cards you could get from XY Evolutions. These promo cards will be in the little box that they give out for you guys that has the 22 cards, has your 4 packs. Yeah, this guy's in there. I'm looking forward to the Machamp because that was my very first holo back in the day. But you know, everybody wants that Charizard. You now know where to find one. You know what you will get. But what do you need to bring? The number one thing you need to bring, guys, is gonna be called a player ID. I refer to it as a pop ID because that's the lingo from back in the day. All right, guys, let's jump online here. We're on the Pokemon official website. You can click this log in button here. What this will do is bring you to where you can either log in or sign up for a trainer account. If you just hit the sign in button, you know, fill out the information. This will lead you to get a pop ID that you can bring to the tournament, guys, and will help you for future Pokemon events and tournaments. All right, guys, now let me explain what a pop ID is. It's a player ID, just a number you bring to every Pokemon tournament so that you can register in and that Pokemon has you in the system. You can have points on the account. You use the account for the Pokemon trading card game online. So just make sure you have that ID off of your account. If you guys don't have one or don't have time to make one before you go to the pre-release, you can always go talk to the event organizer, the professor. They'll get one for you. Just go up and say, hey, this is my first time. This is my first experience at a Pokemon event. Is there any way you can help me sign up for a pop ID? So let's go in. We walk in the card store, guys. We open the door. We go to the tournament organizer, give him our ID, give him the $30. He'll give us the box, and then you'll find a place to sit. Now, your seating will change in the tournament, but for now you can find just anywhere is fine. Now, do not open your box. The organizer will tell you when you can go ahead and open it. It's usually around 30 minutes that you get to open up your packs and construct your deck for the tournament. Now again, guys, this is really laid back, so don't feel uptight about, oh, I have to have a good deck for the tournament. No, it's fine. The 22 card little mini deck already gives you a great base. Or you can use that because those 22 cards don't include energies, which will be supplied by the tournament organizer. So you don't need to worry about that. What do you need to worry about bringing? Well, let's go over that now. I always bring card sleeves for my rare cards. It is also required to have a randomizer of some sort. This can either be a coin or a see-through die. These will be used for your coin flips during your matches. Having burn and poison markers are also required. However, if you don't have them, usually your opponent will, so you don't worry about it. You can get these in starter decks though, if you would like to pick one of those up. You guys probably have them already. Another thing you will need is damage counters. You can find these in the Pokemon Elite Trainer boxes, or guys, if you go to your card store early, they're gonna have sleeves, they're gonna have dice that you can use as damage counters, they're gonna have coins. So it's really laid back, nothing too crazy that's required. Now guys, I also bring sleeves for my deck. I do this because maybe I draw a rare card and it fits perfectly into a deck that I want to build. I don't want to damage the card, so I bring sleeves for the whole deck. All right, players, you have 30 minutes to open your packs and construct your decks, is something that you would hear from the professor or tournament organizer during your tournament. At this time, guys, you have your box, you open it up, you find your promo card, you find your 22 card mini deck, and then you open your packs and create your deck. If you guys need energy, just come up and talk to me. I have a pile here. Just return the energy cards to me when you're done, is another thing you'll hear from the judge. So of course, guys, if you have a water deck, go get water energy. If you have a psychic deck, go get psychic energy. You know, make sure you can attack with your Pokemon cards. All right, you have your deck ready. We're about to enter the tournament, guys. There will be 3 rounds to this tournament. Like I said, you might get a pack at the end of each one, or you might get it at the end of all 3. The professor will have a paper and yell out, pairings are up. Now what this means is, just before you guys were sitting randomly. Now on the paper, it will list a table with your name, and you'll go to that table, you'll meet your opponent for the first time. They'll do a different table at the end of each round, guys. So you will be getting up, you will be moving, you will be meeting new people, which I think is probably the best part of a pre-release. Also, don't worry about if you win or lose. People that go to pre-releases aren't there for any sort of points. Pre-releases don't really count towards, they call them championship points. So like the real hard competitive players are probably not there, and if they are, they're there for fun. All right, guys, it's the end of the 3 rounds. You've gotten your 3 extra packs, you've opened them up, you've had a great time meeting new people, hanging out with parents, friends. It's just awesome, guys. What happens now? Well, you're basically done. Just make sure to throw a thank you out there to your tournament organizer. Now, guys, time for the FAQ. I did a post on Twitter, guys. You can follow me here on the screen if you have any other questions that aren't answered in this section. All right, guys, this first question comes in from Meow Bunny 24/7. Says, how do matches normally play, as the decks are only 40 cards? Now, pre-release matches are gonna be a little shorter. Instead of the normal 6 card, I'm doing this Chinese 6. Instead of the normal 6 prize cards that you guys put out, you're gonna put out 4 instead, since it is, there are less cards in your deck. Pre-release matches are usually a little bit slower. They run more like a starter deck battle would. At Kingdom Poke asks, how do you win? Now, winning is not the most important thing. In the past, before the 22 card constructed deck, what many players would do, myself included, would be if they drew a powerful EX card, they would have that as the only Pokemon in the deck and just have like 1 EX card and 39 energies. So you always started with your EX, but nowadays it is harder. You will probably lose if you do that strategy. So look at the 22 card mini deck, add cards from those 4 packs into those that work well, that you feel work well with those, add your energy in, and you probably have a decent deck. Christopher Robin says, is it possible to just go in and pick up the pre-release kit and not play? I want to play, but I work and won't be able to play. It's possible. It's really up to your tournament organizer. Some say it's okay if you go in and get the kit and leave. However, you will not get those extra 3 packs. You'll just get the 22 card mini deck and the 4 packs. They do this to promote play, guys. Some organizers will flat out not let you because they need the room in the space. Maybe there's a limited space in the card shop. For players that do want to stay and do want to play the tournament, they need the prize support for them, guys, and they need, the room. At Joe Stu 2412 asks, how much does it cost the $30? Is there a limit to what you can buy? How to know where they are? Cool. So I feel like we covered most of that already. There is a limit. You can only get 1 kit per round. Some stores do pre-releases back to back. So for $60, you could do it twice. At Niall Sahar asks, what do you need to take with you? Like energies, sleeves and stuff? How to build a deck with the cards that you got. So yeah, we cover this again. You don't need to bring the energies with you. The tournament organizer usually has those. Bring card sleeves if you want. They're not required, but I suggest them. I'll get into how to build a deck here in a moment. At Eclipse says, is it fun? It's amazing. It is probably my favorite tournament format in the Pokemon TCG. It's just awesome. The hype is around. You can feel it in the room. The excitement of a new Pokemon set, fresh packs, guys, cards that no one has seen yet. It's so awesome. I got one last one from Jeff A. Nate says, what to bring and how to play. Cool, we'll go over that. So like I said, we're making a 40 card deck. You'll put out 4 prize cards. You'll have your randomizer, which is either your coin or your clear. Now I feel like going off this, we'll cover this and the how to build the deck at the same time, guys. Now this is gonna be key. Cards that you see that look good and that could fit into competitive decks are not always the best cards in a pre-release format. Like I mentioned before, the days where I would just play the single EX, I personally have lost to a common Pokemon that had an attack for 1 energy that did 10 damage plus 10 for each heads that you did on a coin flip. Now, coin flips are horrible in a standard tournament, competitive tournament, but they're fun and they're actually good in pre-release format. This is because it is a slow format. You don't have the trainer cards to swiftly go through your deck as fast as you do in the competitive decks. So an attack for 1 energy that has the potential to do 20, 30, 40, or 50 if you get those heads is pretty good. Another tip I would give you guys, if your Pokemon's almost about to be knocked out, switch them to the bench. Many players just leave them out there, so then your opponent takes the prize card. If you can switch out, also Pokemon that add to that are great. For instance, if you have a Pokemon out and his effect is do 40 damage, then retreat him to the bench, that might be an alright play in this format too. So coin flips are great, guys. Stick with 1 Pokemon typing or 2 maximum would be my other tip for you guys. Let's say we have a Mewtwo out, right? And Mewtwo's require Psychic Energy. But let's say a majority of our deck is, I don't know, Charizard. So Psychic Energy doesn't always work with Fire Pokemon. Fire Energy doesn't always work with Psychic Pokemon. So you need to find kind of that middle balance. One exception to this is cards like Koopa who have a colorless attack. If you see this white circle here, I don't know if you can see it. If you see that white circle as this first attack there, that means any energy can go on it. So don't be worried about that. Coin flips are good. Stick to 1 or 2 types in your deck, and I'll give you one final tip here for your pre-release decks. Status conditions are amazing in the pre-release format. I'm talking the poison, the burn, the confusion, and the paralyze. All right, guys, I hope that helped you guys. Hope you guys are all gonna go check out the Pokemon XY pre-releases around your area. I'm going mine tomorrow. My pre-release video will be uploaded at the very latest early Sunday morning, so make sure you guys come back and check for that. It'll probably be uploaded tomorrow. If you found this video helpful, please hit that thumbs up. Like I said, if you have any more questions, hit up my Twitter. I'll put it down here again. It'll be in the description below. Remember, guys, have fun. Be relaxed. It's okay to be a little nervous, but don't let that stop you from going. All right, trainers, train on.